What's going on, guys? It's been a minute. Today we are finally getting to overseed. I've been waiting on temperatures to get right. Still not a whole lot of rain, but if we don't get it down now, we're not getting it down this year. So I'm going to show you what we're working on. We're actually doing a backyard today, and just show you what we're starting out with. This backyard is just junk. This is actually my backyard. Of course, you see soccer balls and motorcycles and baseball helmets and scooters and wiffle balls. I'm not expecting this to be perfect. We had a big tree here and a fire pit here, and we moved that, made that over there. Of course, if you follow along, we overseeded that last year. We did a whole renovation on it, and it's coming in looking really good. I've never did anything back here, so we still have some dirt left over from where the tree was dug up. I didn't get none of the mulch out of it, so it's just a crappy backyard. But I want to have a little bit of grass back here instead of just weeds. So what we're going to do is, I have some GCI turf top tall fescue, and I have some perennial rye. And what I'm going to do is, my neighbor has a huge tree right here, and everything that I took out of the front yard, I just kind of threw over here. I'm not expecting that to stay perfect. Then I had some dirt left over that I threw. This hill here has always been junk, so all I'm going to do is throw a bunch of rye on that with some peat moss and wet it, and hope that it comes in. Once I can get some grass to establish here, I can stop that runoff. But I'm not wasting product. I just want my yard to look pretty decent back here, but I'm not going to fret either, because I want my kids to have a place to play. So that's what we're doing today. I have the battery on charge for the sprayer, and I'm about to go. I mow my front yard on almost the very high as my mower go, either on 5 or 4.5. This back here I mow on 2.5. So you got some Bermuda and stuff, and it's just a bunch of weeds, as you can see. So it should be pretty good. I just need to put a mow on it. But what I do have to do, all I have to do is mow it, and then like I normally would, and then it'll be fine. But for any of you fescue guys that had burn up yards over the summer, I'm telling you, fungicides is the key, and water. I got some crap coming in here, but I also have some grass coming in. This is where they pull in, kids get out, walk to the house. So the yard is actually coming in really good. Had that tree cut down, stump ground up, filled it in. I'm gonna seed that all today. I have bare spots here where Bermuda has crept in, some dead spots where the grass come in. So this, even though it is, you can see we were on vacation last week, and this didn't get mowed. So I'm gonna mow it, and then mow it down even more, and possibly run over it with the push mower just to suck up all the grass. But anyway, let's get this thing started. All right, guys, I got the backyard done. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to put you on a time lapse. But this is so tall, I don't have a bagger on my machine except for my push mower, and that would fill up as tall as this is. That would fill up in no time. So what I'm going to do is just mow everything and blow everything into the middle, rake it all up, and then probably hit it with the push mower if I feel like it's necessary, and then get some seed put out. So check it out. just got this mowed down. Like I said, I'm normally at, I don't even raise the deck, lower the deck on 5. But I did go down to 4.5, and today you see I'm at 3.5. And that still may not seem like much, but on this tall fescue, look, now that's thick. Look at this. That is a lot, and that's good grass. Good grass clippings if somebody has a compost pile. But we're gonna rake all this up. When you cut it down low, you see all the Bermuda that crap in. Makes me sick, but I'll know next year. Fungicide. So we got, I have 5,000 square feet here. 5,000, 4,000, 5,000. And I got a pile here, there, and then one over there. So this is like one big strip. So I'll have a cart full. I don't know how much this cart holds, but it holds a lot, and I guarantee it'll be full when I'm done. But it'll just help get some of those grass clippings out of the way, so when I drop the seed, it'll get to where it needs to. So let's get this doing. Alright, I told you we'd have a lot. Look at that. That is completely full of grass clippings. I don't know how much is in there, but it's a lot. So now what we're going to do, so you can see where we put it in there. It's still got a few little high places that didn't get cut exactly because it just gets too thick. So over here, where we had this whole line down through here of grass, for the biggest part is gone, but where we packed it to get it close together, I'm just going to run over it, mow it again, blow it around, that way the seed can get to where it needs to be. So let's dump this grass and get to it. Alright guys, I'm now in the backyard and you see all of this dirt. So I've been debating on what to do back here. I wanted to try some Kentucky 31 just because it's a cheaper seed, but I think there's a reason it's cheaper. I love the results I have with my turf type tall fescue. So I really didn't want to change, but more than anything, I just want to get something growing back here. So I have a decent stand of grass. But my big issue is this hill. I fill that in with dirt and roots and more dirt. It's not perfect, but it'll at least hold to where a seed can grow. So that's going to end up coming in. I have all these bare spots. We had a pool here at once, and we had to, this side here, we had to build up to level it out. So I took the tractor and knocked that loose, knocked that level. So I have big bare spots here, there. We had a gazebo right here at one time, and then the camper. So that's bare, just filled in with weeds. And we have just dirt spots where the swing set was. And then over here where the tree, all that, where nothing would grow. So anyway, as you can see, I seeded the yard that's a heavy spot there. I seeded the yard, but then I went back over and all these bare spots I'm seeding heavily, as if like I'm doing a renovation. That's a lot of seed. So what I'm gonna do now is I got all the backyard. What I know, if you're wondering why I would do this, because I don't live in an area where I could just have ryegrass all year and everything that I'm putting out will go away in June. I know that, but it'll get me some grass so I can hold here and not erode anymore, and same there. And then I can come back in the spring and put out some fescue, and you know, it'll stay where it should. If I was to put fescue there or up and through there, I feel like I'm just wasting it. So the rye I had left over from last year, it looked amazing. So that's what we're doing. Not doing any kind of weed control back here. I just want that rye to come in, and I'm fixing to cover all this with peat moss, because if not, I know it ain't gonna do anything. But and then water it down real good. I'm gonna fertilize it in, put aerate fertilizer on it, and then hopefully we get the rain that we're supposed to this week. 50% chance. I hope it's 50% chance we do get it, because the temps here in Tennessee, I'm sure some people have already started, but the temps here in Tennessee cooled down really quick, and it looked amazing, an amazing time to put seed out, and then it warmed back up to like almost 90. So it would have just been a waste. So now I got the undaunting task of covering all this bare stuff with, and you know, and that's Bermuda mainly back through there. If it stays, that's fine. I just want the yard to thicken up some. And so I'll show you, this stuff comes up quick. So today is the 18th of October. I would say, you know, in a couple of weeks, this yard will look totally different. And if it doesn't, something's wrong. So anyway, I got me a wheelbarrow of peat moss. Hay, you know, hay is hay. You throw it out and it covers up what it's supposed to. But I like using the peat moss, even though it seems like it's a lot messier and it's a little more time consuming. I feel like it just works better for me. So it's just more expensive. You get a hay bale this size, it's $7. This right here is $15. So let me get this started and I'll show you when I spray, because I know a few people have been wanting a spray video. Well guys, we are aerate and fertilized and seeded. Got peat moss down where the tree was, all the burn up spots. I think the day is like the 20th of October. Supposed to get some rain Thursday night. That's going to be much needed because we put seed out on all our yards this week. And yeah, like I said, if you want fescue yards, this is what you got to do. So it ain't the best sprinkler in the world, but it does put the water out. I'll move it from there to right over in there. I won't be able to get everything, but it'll be better than nothing. And hopefully we'll get the rain we're supposed to get come Thursday. Now the back, I'll show you the back. I mean, it really doesn't look any different. I put rye out here because I'm going to try to stop some erosion, and then I'm going to put some seed out on top of it. So all this, everywhere that's dark is all peat mossed and seeded. That's just burn up spots, dry spots, dead spots. So I put the rye out, gonna let it set. All that junk up there on the hill, crappy dirt, I put seed on it. It'll start growing some rye eventually. And I'll move that sprinkler back here and get this watered in. So can't wait, really. After last year's success, this year is I'm anxious for it, I guess you could say. The front yard started looking a whole lot better once it cooled down, and that helped out tremendously. So now it's just a matter of this new seed coming in. Putting my fungicides down every year so that don't happen again. Watering if I need to so it don't happen again. And yeah, that's huge. That's going to be huge for the next season coming in. Grass looks good. There's way more Bermuda in it than I'd want, but I did spray tenacity on it, so that should knock some of it out, which here in a few weeks when we get a first frost, if it's in a few weeks, it'll knock it out anyway. So next year we'll just keep it high like we did this year and won't be able to see it. So anyway, that's just an update. I give you an update like I did last year. I do every week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So if there's anything else like that y'all want to see or got a question about, just send it in the comments. See ya.